Hey guys, what is up and welcome back to my YouTube channel and my cooking series, I guess. Terrible thing, but I'm making apple bread. Apple bread? So I've got 4 large apples here that I'm just taking the stickers off and giving them a wash. And then what you want to do is you want to grate them. You want to grate the whole entire apple. This is going to take a while. Well, you know, grating the apples take ages. But you want to grate it all the way till you get to the core on each and every side of each and every individual apple. Yes, I know. It's super long and annoying. But hey, with it being super long and annoying, it tastes good in the end. That's the positive part. You just want to grate those bad boys. I have not tried it with red apples, only just green apples, because I really need to use my green apples. They were on the verge of being thrown out. I was like, I don't want to waste my apples. So let's do this. And then once it's all nice and grated up, like so, it's going to be very wet, but don't worry, you want it wet. You want it wet, okay? This is the part. You want to add 2 cups of sugar. I am using coconut sugar. You can use whatever sugar you want, but coconut sugar is my favorite. Also a bit healthier than your white refined sugar because it's processed. And I was running out of the coconut sugar actually, which was really annoying. So dump that in, and then you want to mix it around. You want to make sure it is thoroughly incorporated. All the coconut sugar is wet from the apple, and it is nice and gluggy and sugary, like so. And then we want to let it sit for 15 minutes, and then in the meantime I am making my flaxseed egg. This is in replacement of a normal egg, which is you want to grind out flaxseed, and then you want to add a tablespoon of the 2 tablespoons of the flax meal, and then you want to add 3 tablespoons of water to each tablespoon of the flax meal. So I added 6 tablespoons of water, and then you just want to mix it in and let it sit. So now that our apple sugar mixture has sit for 20 minutes, we want to add 2 teaspoons of vanilla essence. Then we want to add a half a cup of coconut oil. Then we want to add our flax seed egg, which is nice and gluggy, and then we want to stir it around. Make sure it's thoroughly incorporated. You can use whatever oil you want as well. I just had coconut oil. I probably would prefer to use vegetable oil instead, but I'm adding 3 cups of spelt flour, and I'm just sifting it through, and then I'm adding my baking soda and my baking powder, a tablespoon of cinnamon, and then we're just mixing that through. So the reason why I always sift through the baking powder and baking soda is because it's just very clumpy, and I find it just doesn't mix well or incorporate well. So yes, it will be like really hard to mix through, but once it's fully incorporated, you get the proper texture and consistency that you're supposed to get. But you want to make sure that the flour is fully incorporated. I was using the wrong spoon to mix this with. I shouldn't have used a spatula. I should have used a wooden spoon, but whatever. Look, I don't have the baking facilities here in my unit. I don't have a mixer. I don't have a stand mixer. I don't have a whisk, electric beater, whatever it is. I just have to use spoons. Okay? But you want to make sure that when you're mixing it through, all the flour that's on the bottom is incorporated as well. And just keep mixing it through. The reason why it is this goldeny color is just because of the coconut sugar. It won't be that color if you're using the white sugar or caster sugar. And then in either a lined pan or a sprayed oiled pan, you want to put the mixture in. Oh, I can say this bread was super delicious. So good. And she's thick to get in. Super thick. Unfortunately with my oven is really bad at cooking things evenly. So it's not fan forced. It's shit. That's all I can say. It's a very bad oven. So you want to make sure that it is evenly spread out, and then I coated it with sugar just to get that crispy caramelized texture on top. The reason why it's burnt is because I had to keep it in there for a bit longer. But yeah, it turns out really well. There is like the bottom bit isn't moist or wet, which you'll find with most breads if it's not done properly. And it's delicious. Just put it with some butter and you're set to go. But anyways, thanks guys for watching, and I hope you enjoyed this, and I hope you have a good day. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Thank you.